Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the RockShop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your...
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet...
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the RockShop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive...
I have an idea.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need...
Brett, come on man, I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know guys, I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of...
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games.
I have an idea. Brett, come on man, I know Aztec...
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all...
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo! Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
A very pleasant good evening, curling fans, and welcome to the Martensville Curling Club. It's the Grand Slam of Curling Canadian Open Tier 2. Presented to you live on Curling Stadium. For those of you from across the sea, I know it's a little bit early, so Ohio. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Dave Schmel and Jim Nix here with you. Connor Sims is our producer. We have this matchup between Maeda Takumi and Sam Mooibroek. Both teams coming in at 2-1. And Jim, one team's going to be very much in the playoffs, and the other team, the loser, might have to deal with some tiebreaker scenarios.
Yeah, it's with both teams sitting at 2-1. The winner obviously goes to 3-1, and there's nobody in the men's draw better than 3-1. That would make, we will have at the end of this draw, we will have 5 teams that are sitting at 3-1, which obviously are all through, and then could have, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, at least 7, maybe 8 teams vying for that last spot. And I honestly do not have any idea who is in the favorites position for that. So a bunch of teams already done it 2-2. There are 2, Kevin Cooey and Colley are playing as well, and they're both 1-2. So the winner would go to 2-2 and maybe have a shot at that as well. But there's only room for 2 tiebreaker games, so not everybody's going to get to play one.
And we do know a tiebreaker game for sure is occurring. That's going to happen tomorrow morning at 8:30 Central Time. Myself and Sean Joyce will have the call on that.
Yeah, I think we're doing 2 games tomorrow morning if there's 2.
If there are, yeah. We'll see.
Yep.
You got one too, Jim?
Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, that I don't know who with. I forget, but if there's one, there'll be a second.
You're probably stuck with Terry.
No, I don't think. I don't know where Terry's down. I don't know. Anyway, it's no, I think it might be Matt Sussman or Jason Chang. Jason Chang, maybe.
Yeah, it is Jason. Yeah, it's Jason. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good guys like to do games with them, so it'll be fun if we get one, if there is one, and I gotta believe there probably will be.
Oh, you have to absolutely think that. So you see it is Maeda with the hammer here and throwing the red stones for Team Loco Solari Drago. So, Jim, this is something I've just recently learned, and I dove in and researched some. But so the curling club is Loco Solari, and then there's individual teams, and they are Team Drago.
Okay.
So that's why you might see a dragon emoji come up every now and then in the chat.
Okay.
And was told earlier, I guess it may have been yesterday morning. Well, yesterday morning in Japan, and take a look at this replay here.
Yeah, very early on replay. Connor's doing himself in this one. So you're going to see this as a long peel attempt here. Or run back, I guess, more than peel, and got all of the yellows. Nothing wrong with that for first in.
That's not bad at all. And so I learned that the pattern on Team Maeda's uniform represents fish scales, as fishing is a major industry in the area of the club.
Okay.
Don't know exactly how the dragon works in, though, but they're going to hope to spew some fire this evening or this morning, depending how you're looking at it. It's already Saturday morning over in Japan. So the last from Kamikawa, Oreo, and nice little sweep to get that all the way underneath there. Still a little bit out, but Good shot.
Yeah, interesting. It was a very good shot. I was thinking as the rock was going down here, and I know we still have 4 rocks each to come, but we could foresee the situation where Maeda, having last rock, might have to take one rather than blank, and that may not happen now, but it's certainly not a big busy end, so we'll see what happens as we go here.
Of course, we're playing with that run back is made, so we have an open house again. Maeda's going to draw undercover. Here, this comes again. Connor's got a big shiny roll of quarters for that machine.
Yeah, it's a great shot. You know, it's just a good team, this Mooibroek team, and it's and they're going to be a threat for many years in Ontario. You can see this gets it on the outside perfectly. Did leave the corner for Team Maeda to work with, or Team Drago to work with. So they still have an opportunity here to work their deuce in.
It makes a lot of sense to me because when I took my trip to Japan this last year, I saw a picture of Team Fujisawa, and they had a whole team poster and everything, and it had what looked like another team name for Lucas Solari, and it didn't really click with me, and now it's all coming together.
Yeah,
I like it. Gives something for people to get behind.
Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing when you'll see the odd team in Canada for sure, and on the tour every now and then that goes by their team, a sponsor's name or something, and it does get a little bit confusing because we're not used to that. So you would be like, well, who's that? And, if they don't have the other name with them, but you could get used to it for sure.
There you go. Another one of the teams is Team Fortius. I know that one. So it's very interesting. But then again, I was a bowler, and once you become an adult and you're playing in leagues that are for some money, my league I played in, we played for some, well, not insignificant money. I'll put it that way. Nothing life changing, but every point was worth about $40 a man or something like that.
Okay.
And so we would have sponsors, and so my team was listed on the standings as Pass Line Casino Parties, and Pass Line Casino Parties playing against Madrigal's Fine Meats. I still have the jersey in my closet.
Yeah. Okay.
I did give up bowling for curling, though. I don't regret that choice one little bit.
No.
I found that both being like muscle memory sports, it was too close. So you see Mooibroek has one under a bit of cover. He's going to try to put a second one and try to lock up the force.
Yeah, it was not helpful, the last shot for Team Maeda, where they come up short on that one.
You see in the background there, the time clock. Our games are on the clock. 30 minutes of thinking time for each squad with 2 timeouts available. Of course, only the one blank end allowed per team in a slam. And this is their final round robin game. This game will not go in an extra end. If it is tied after 8, it will be a single stone shootout to determine the winner.
Yeah, there's a significant penalty if you do blank that second end, and that is you would lose the hammer. Rather than retain the hammer, you would lose the hammer at that point. So so it does happen. I think I've heard it happened a couple times in the Tier 1 event this weekend, but for the most part, you don't see it happen too much anymore because the players and the teams are aware of that, and they adjust strategies accordingly.
It did actually happen to Team Maeda during the early phases of the round robin here.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like he's playing the freeze here, Jim.
Yeah, he hasn't got really too much else that would be good. It's hard to open things up now. There's not enough rocks left, so still have a chance to manufacture a 2 here. That rock is not quite behind the tee line, I don't believe, but I think that you could come down to that, move it back just a little bit, or sit on the corner. You'll have a look at it there and get shot rock, which would give him a shot at 2. So we'll see how he gets along with that. Tough shot in the first end.
So on the way from Maeda, Takumi.
I don't think he's going to get by.
He does not. So Mooibroek will have a real chance to sink one in really, really good now.
Yeah, Team Drago with trouble here. They've played themselves into a situation they could be looking at 3 on this last shot, and Sam gets us in a good spot, and there's not going to be a lot of room left for Maeda to make that last draw. Not the way you want to start when you have hammer here in the first end in a must-win game. Or, well, I don't know if I'm not positive it's a must-win game, but a guaranteed playoff spot if you win it. And you have hammer, it's sort of an ideal situation, but they have turned it around into a bit of a mess here.
How you sure as anything want to win it for sure? The standings have shown that the field is relatively equal. Nobody running away with anything.
No, that's for sure.
That's left us some good competition. So here's the final, the first from Mooibroek. Might be just a skosh heavy. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just about perfect, I'd say.
This is a tall order in the first end for the skipper here.
Yeah, I think there's a number of people out there that would play the hit on the one that Sam just threw and give up the point. This is a really tough draw. He's going to go back.
You know what? He's going to come down and talk about that, because that might be how he goes. Giving up a steal in the first end is not the biggest tragedy. I always look at it as hey, I lost the toss and I forced him to 1.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to just resign yourself to that, but he's not going to do that. He's going to still go after the single point by outdrawing those 2 in the 4-foot. And that's okay if you have a little more room, but he's going to be shoved out a little further than where they've been and was well short on his first one. This is, I don't like the odds on this one, Dave.
Well, this is going to be extremely difficult early here. Maeda Takumi. Final stone of the first end. He's facing 3. He needs every little bit of the 4-foot. Takura and Kamikawa on the brush. Oh, this looks heavy, Jim. It needs to sit. It needs to sit. Does it sit? Will it sit? It's really close to sitting. And no, it's going to be a steal of 2 for Sam Mooibroek. Maeda will have the hammer when we come back to Martensville after this. You're watching the Grand Slam on Curling Stadium.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird, weekend, and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock.
And welcome back to Martensville. You're watching the Grand Slam of Curling Canadian Open on Curling Stadium. Dave Schmel and Jim Nix, along with Connor Sims on our production. It was 2 stolen points for Sam Mooibroek. Maeda has the hammer in at number 2.
Great start from Mooibroek there. I mean, you don't very often get off to a 2-0 start when you don't have hammer in the first end. So, good situation. Might have a pretty good attempt on his last shot. He was not very much heavy, but I think it was just a little too tough a shot to take on in the first end. But it's early.
We see this one heavy and see that long, slow carve technique trying to be utilized. And Maeda's just going to come on down to it. We're going to have action for you all day tomorrow, too. First, we're going to have the men's tiebreaker games, then followed by the quarters and semis. The finals will be on the Rock Channel on Sunday. Up till then, stick with us here on Curling Stadium. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, I can't imagine that nobody hasn't subscribed yet, Jim, but I think they should.
I would agree. There can't be very many that haven't, that's for sure. But those that are missing out maybe on some opportunities, including the ability to chat with everybody during the games, which is a fun and interesting process.
Or process if you're from someplace else.
Yeah.
Tomato, process.
They're all good.
It is all good. Makes me very happy to be surrounded with all my closest friends on Curling Zone. So speaking of close, the Mooibroek Stone got up close and personal with the Team Drago Stone there.
Yeah, I think almost a really good shot, but certainly a possibility for Team Maeda to get in there and the inside of that a little bit and just a gentle tap even and maybe develop a little something here.
So here's Kamikawa trying to make that happen. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, I think that's very good as well.
Because you popped out that Mooibroek Stone, and if you make any kind of contact, it's going to get squeezed out like a pimple.
Yeah.
And the red one on the nose is going to go nowhere. I almost think that Sam has to think about firing away with some weight here at something.
Yeah, with that 2-0 lead, I mean, you don't want to play yourself into a real mess here. This is a bit of a dilemma because if he takes that top red one, the back yellow of his is pretty easy to move out as well. So I think he's actually just trying to slash the yellow over. Well, that didn't work out so good.
No, not really.
That'd be an air ball in other sports. Some other sports.
Air ball.
Both skips having a little trouble figuring out what they actually want to do here. Maeda could peel the guard. His rocks are actually in pretty good position in the house, so he could just peel that guard off of there.
I don't like there. Don't like being on the inside of your own red. I don't mind being on the nose of it.
Yeah.
Or even center line side.
Yeah. Did he settle on going to the corner?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to get a little aggressive here. I like it. Here's Kamikawa Oryu again. Fantastic draw right there. Maybe just a hair deep, but there's no way Sam can chase it because he's got to worry about the middle right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a pretty darn good effort there in the second end coming around there, and I agree. It would have been nice to be one rock shorter, but that's not too bad right there.
And you see them skating down and take a look at it.
It is interesting that neither team wants to move that guard, which is kind of surprising to me. I think they could play the outturn hit on that top red, and it goes off of the yellow and onto the other red that they just threw, but I don't think that's that for Mooibroek. That problem with that is it leaves his rock pretty exposed at the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, right now I think Sam has to be very concerned about a 3 here.
Yeah. I wondered if they might do that. I just they're eating up some time though with these conversations.
They are, but and not tremendously off pace yet. I don't know what that did for you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same. I don't think it did a lot. Now it might have prevented Maeda from using that top red rock a little bit, but I don't even know for sure that it does that. If they go after that top yellow they just threw and hit a third of the redstone that's at the top of the house, then it could be in pretty good position for Maeda, but kind of what they have in mind, but
I mean, if you run the yellow in there. You're going to pop out that Mooibroek stone. I don't know. You're going to have to do that at some point.
Mm.
And at some point, you're going to, probably with your last stone, you're going to want to hit it again. You have to hit the pile twice if you're Maeda to bring that winger in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that ever really becoming a counter, but it was almost like a shot that they played because they couldn't think of anything else to play. So it said, let's just go there. Maybe it might come into play, but with all the rocks there are in the middle of the sheet, I'm having a hard time believing that. But we'll see. Looks like we're finally going to move the center guard.
I see a path. I mean, it's deep in my thoughts, but I see a path.
Okay.
It's scary if you go that deep, so I advise you against that. So here's Maeda Hiroki. Kamikawa na Takoro. Bang, bang, bang. It goes out. Pops it out. Got to hang on. Spin back. No. Just a little too firm. And that little bit of extra weight could be a big problem.
Yeah, I don't know that worked out the way they hoped it would work out. I'm pretty sure it didn't, but everything from Mooibroek kind of lines up pretty good.
Yeah, if that was the desired outcome, they're smarter than us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a given, right?
Yeah. A lonely red one in it. I mean, there's two red ones in there, but there's only a lonely red one in the middle of the sheet, middle of the house. But it's going to stay there for a little while.
High guard up now.
I thought they might, I didn't know if it was one rock early, but I thought they might actually just promote those two yellows up a little bit. I thought would have been a pretty good result. I know you might set up some kind of wild triple, but
Yeah, usually I could try to predict what the score would be at this point. I got no clue right now, Jim.
No. It's now that Mooibroek has guarded that, I don't think I'd actually move that guard.
I might actually throw another guard.
Yeah. He does have the outturn draw to really just full 4-foot, so it's not
right. Looking for the peel here. They're going to get it now. Miss everything in between. Mooibroek's just going to throw the guard back up. Which begs the question, if Mooibroek's guarding it, what is he guarding?
I know. I'm not even sure. I think he's maybe afraid, and maybe it's there. Maybe he's right to be afraid of if he doesn't guard that and Maeda plays the double on the yellows and ticks the other red on the way by, he could be sitting 3. There's very real possibility of that happening. But you have to assume Sam's going to put the rock somewhere. So even if we wasn't playing a guard, that might not be an option.
So comes from Mooibroek. This one's going to over curl a hair. You know what? You're going to take a whack at it. It might be there. If whatever is there is there.
Yep. He's going to draw.
Yeah, he is going to draw.
Well, it's safer in a way, because if you do go after the other shot and it doesn't come off the rock in the right way, you could end up with yellow sitting with shot rock buried. So I still am surprised that Mooibroek didn't try to promote that up a little bit. I know it probably carries some risks that I'm not really seeing, but I think it was a pretty reasonable opportunity just to bump that up 2 feet and 2.5 feet, sit it right on the red. But anyway.
So Maeda Takumi with his first of 2 here in the second.
Wow.
He does throw a guard. It doesn't shock me.
No, it's a very confusing end.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Now Mooibroek's put the broom way out the edge of the 12-foot. I mean, I know this sheet's been curling a lot. We've seen it. You ever think he's trying to throw one of those little spinner draws here?
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because I think he wants to make sure he controls exactly where this rock ends up, and that if that's not something that you've thrown a lot, and maybe even a lot on this surface, then it would be very easy just have this thing have it come to rest at the back of the 4-foot and give him a perfect spot to draw to. So I don't think you'll see him throw that. So although he is throwing a little more rotation than I think he normally would. So
yep, yeah, maybe just a touch.
Yeah,
trying to bring it around the outside. Can he get it around the outside?
Not going to get there.
Nope, it's just going to be a guard for the draw, so now it's probably the called shot. And now they're going to draw for 2 through the other way.
This is a very tough draw. The stagger's not really lined up the right way, but I don't see much else, Dave. I guess you could play in theory, you could play a raise on either one of those 2 red ones, but
sure, you could always raise for sure.
Yeah,
raise obviously a lot harder to control because you have to have the line and the weight.
Yeah, and it looks like it's about a 12-foot raise or something. That's getting up there.
So with one in his pocket, here's Maeda. Final still in the second. Kamikawa on the curl. Now straight. It's a Kamikawa show all day. Past the guards. Does it come up and up? Does it come on up and up and stop? Oh, that's so close. Let's get a tight shot in there, Connor. Ooh, they think it might be red.
Yeah, it looks like red to me.
I'm going to say red. That's red all day. They might put a stick on it. You can look at it as long as you want. I think it's red.
That was a great draw. He deserves to get the second point on that draw. That was not easy.
They are going to put a stick on it, and I'm not even going to, I am so confident. I am not even going to offer curling zone bonus points here. Because it'd be too easy a bet.
Yep.
Fantastic draw, though. So every official in the world just got upset that it didn't come in through the back left. So here's the measure. All right. Just about to 1.5. And hardly anything. It's red all day. Tied up after 2. Here it is again, Jim. You see it come down. And just settle in. We got a tie ball game. We'll be back from Martensville after this.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
And welcome back to Martensville. It's tied up 2-2 because Maeda made a fantastic draw in the second end. Threw a tight port right down there, and Jim, wasn't that great?
Yeah, it really was. It was, I'm sure that for the most part, people were figuring, me included, that once Sam Mooibroek's shot came up light on the outturn side, that was it. There was really no realistic way for Maeda to score. We did talk about the port, but it was just such a hard shot but he made it great.
So he's earned his way to a tie game right now, and we're all reset now, and Mooibroek has the hammer here in 3. Team Mooibroek out of Whitby, Ontario. Pardon me.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say there's been no shortage of rocks in play, that's for sure.
I think a lot of that's the part of the one blank rule.
Yeah. Especially early on, you don't want to, like I said before, that first end strategy especially, it's, even in men's play, more so in women's play, but in men's play, you still see a lot of teams play pretty wide open first end, and you just can't do that here because you just can't afford to give away a blank end in the first end by having to take one on an open hit sort of thing. So,
but to your point there that we made earlier, in terms of time, see, Team Maeda had 18 minutes and 34 seconds left when that rock was delivered. And we're only beginning the third end.
Yeah, that's using a lot of time. That's using 12 minutes for 2 ends, and they only have 30. So,
and Team Mooibroek is at 21. It's a little slow, but better at least.
Yeah.
Because, generally as the game goes on, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah, they each had that one end, that one situation in the second end that was just, took a long time.
Teams trading hits here a little bit here. I think both teams probably looked at the clock in between ends and realized they had to play something a little bit simpler for once.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's interesting that Maeda's got 2 perfect guards out front, except for the fact that they're both about 8 inches to the same side of center and not right on the center line.
Now, is that generally the lead's job to watch the clock?
Yeah, it's usually somebody, and I guess it depends on the individual team, but it's almost always going to be your lead or your second that does that. It's just a matter of which person has a potential to be less distracted, I think, is probably the reality, not to be distracted by what's going on during the end, and can really keep an eye on that and make sure everybody's up to speed on that during a game. So it always has been the lead on teams that I've coached and played on. So
not necessarily somebody who's easily distracted by a squirrel.
no. Like running across the ice, you sort of mean? Yeah, I know you're.
Oh
right.
yeah. So definitely not a good job for Connor.
Perhaps not. No.
See the boys working this one in. Nice job there.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah, to those, I saw a comment there in the chat. The scoreboard in the back, it is the standard Canadian / curling club scoreboard. So the score runs through the middle and we only hang the end numbers. So it indicates that 2-2 tie by saying that 2 points was scored by Mooibroek in the first and 2 points scored by Maeda in the second. Makes it a lot easier on a club. You only need one set of numbers. Until one gets lost.
Yeah.
My club doesn't even have a 10 tile. We never, we
You don't ever play 10 ends.
No, we were founded since past the point where 10 ends was really a deal.
Yeah.
For anything at the club level.
Yeah.
The only thing in our region that does that is club playdowns. And I'm sure if we ever hosted it, we'd find a way to make it. We would certainly make it work, but otherwise, nope. We're lucky if we can find the 9.
Yeah.
They're just gonna catch it. Do they have enough gusto to get it back and leave themselves shot? They do. Shot stone for Mooibroek. Second for Maeda. Third for Mooibroek. Fourth for Maeda. Glad to see everybody very active in the chat there. It's a wonderful thing. If you want to be active in the chat, make sure you're subscribed to Curling Zone. Be one of the more than 35,500 people who are intelligent enough to do so. You'll be updated on all your games from all the events across the world. Catch up on events. You can search for your favorite team. Whenever you have a curling itch, we can scratch it.
Maeda in some trouble here now. I know he's got center guards or sort of center guards to work with, but Mooibroek's going to be drawing just at 3 here in a minute. Or no, I guess not. Sitting 2 in a minute.
Yeah, but still some draws to get out of it. But yes, absolutely, your concern level has to be increasing. So here's Weeb. They get this one past the guard. How far under? Oh, very nice. All the way to the left eyelid.
Yeah, that's a great shot. And it didn't go, if it goes another 2 feet deep, it doesn't do him any good at all, but it stops in a really nice place. Had a really nice finish. I mean, it's only, 4 feet behind the yellow stone, and it's completely buried.
So I
Maybe
think
not even.
Maeda's looking for the corner freeze here.
He is, yeah. I think so too.
Alternatively, you could draw around the out turn side, just get behind him and make sure you're not giving up a gazillion ever.
Yep.
If this isn't made, I would wager a small sum of money that that's the next shot, but that's at least what I would throw. You can give up 2, but you can't give up 4.
No.
This one looks light. Mostly because it is. So shot stone and second stone to Mooibroek. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I was just going to say, very usable rock for Maeda if it stays there, but I'm not so sure that it's going to stay there.
Now we're going to have a mound visit here for Team Mooibroek. Both teams afforded 2 timeouts and just the 1 blank per game.
So they could just guard this, although, we've seen more guards with hammer here than we like to see in any curling game, or he can just play the hit like they've just indicated there, which would be a good option as well. Other than that, I don't think there's a good option from Mooibroek, and I really think that this is the right shot. That red rock was just too much of a risk to leave there.
I'm of the opinion if you're sitting 2, there's nothing wrong with throwing a guard first on the skips first.
Yep, could do it. If you look at it and say, well, what happens if they guard it? Then does Maeda have much to work with? Well, he certainly probably doesn't have much to work with to get shot rock. He might be able to get a decent number 2, but might not either. So you may be right, Dave. I don't know that many people would do it at this level, but at the same time, it may not be a bad shot at all. So
doesn't make it wrong just because they don't do it.
Ooh, it's got a curl though. It will get
this
there,
could be bad.
Yeah.
Oh, they get just enough. But now they're only sitting 1.
Yeah, left a solid number 2 actually.
So the question is, can Maeda loop around that far enough? Or go ahead.
Yeah, I think you got to go in turn here. I know you got you should have that reverse stagger you had the last time, but I don't think you can leave that red rock wide open at the back there.
Yeah, you have to have another one counting 2 or 3, even if you're not shot.
Yeah.
I don't care how you get there.
Yep.
Frankly, I don't mind throwing on the outturn side. It's a really easy outturn freeze.
Yep.
Well, not that that's ever easy, but it's a lot easier than what they're trying.
Well, it is an easier draw, I think. I agree, but I just I guess I just look at what happens if sort of thing. If he comes up a little short on this shot and he's in the top of the house somewhere, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yep.
So Maeda Takumi with his final stone of the 3rd.
Little panic there.
Easy, don't ever touch it is the feedback. Sit, Ubu, sit. Oh, no. That's tragic.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you make this double. It's how many, Jim?
4. Yeah, probably 4, maybe 5.
Is it 5? Yeah, I'm trying to look at the...
A little bit hard to tell where they are around the outside, but the yellow that we can only see half of it Looks well. We can see it in the long view, though. It's fully
Okay, yeah.
in the
Yeah,
12
okay,
foot.
that's fully in. So this is for 4. Well, right now it might be for 5.
It's for 5 if you make the double. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's even thinking double or if he's just thinking just to hit it on the nose and get 4, I guess. Anyway, just a disastrous.
Yeah, the nose is for 4. The double's for 5. Looks like Mooibroek's going for the mid full here.
Yep. Well, you might as well. It's almost the exact same shot either way, and it's really hard to miss it on the double side. I mean, you hit a half a rock, a third a rock, a 3/4 of rocks. Any of those, you're going to make the double.
So Sam Mooibroek, final stone of the third end, looking to score an absolute bundle. Over for the 1, gets a second one, it's gone. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and really close. I'm thinking it's 5, Jimmer.
I think you're right.
Oh, they think the red one on the top left out counts.
I don't think it does. Can't imagine it does. Well, they might measure.
So they're going to measure for 5.
Wow.
Well, that's not a sentence I use every day.
No, I had 5 in the game. B. Crothers gave it 5 in the game we just did before this draw. So
here we have Connor Sims, the best in the business. That is so close, Jim.
Yeah, probably closer than I thought, but
it may just be 4, but we'll find out shortly. We're going to get a good look as long as Weed keeps his head out of the way.
Well, it's the first time I think I've ever seen us be able to really see the dial.
All right, 3 and change there. It's yellow.
Yeah.
So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A midful and an imperial crap ton. And Mooibroek takes a big lead. We'll be back.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Welcome back to Martensville. It's a big 7-2 lead for Mooibroek over Maeda as a result of this shot.
Yeah, this is Sam Mooibroek. Really, it's as far as shots go, it's a very simple one. It's just a hit, a wide open hit on a rock at the back of the 8 foot, and anywhere from nose to a quarter of a rock, and you're going to get 4 or 5. So good throw for Sam, makes that, bumps it out. They do measure for the 5th one, but at the end of the day, it was a whole mittful.
A whole mittful indeed, and Maeda, Takumi, and team Lucas Drago are going to be, well, paddling upstream pretty hard, Jim.
Yeah, it's a long way back. I mean, it's you get down 3 or something like that after 3 or 4 ends. It's not so bad, but 5 is massive. I mean, the curling math it's really hard to work. In this one, you kind of need 3, and maybe you can give up a point and then come back with another 2, and then somewhere along the way you get another 2 to tie in the last end and go to a draw to the button. But that's also means that he only gets 1 anytime, and it's going to be really really tough for Maeda, but they'll hang in and see what happens.
This team has battled hard all weekend long thus far. Well, weekend, it's only Friday now.
Yeah, we haven't got to I know. It's a long event.
So here's Scott Mitchell, the second for Mooibroek. They got the names in the back of their jersey, but it's only on the collar. So a little bit tougher to see. But then again, I've played in events where the official walks up and says, hey, the skip has to have their name on their back. So they just put a piece of white tape on the back and wrote the guy's name on it and slapped it on there and said, there you go.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. I can't say I've done that.
Well, you get teams from recreational clubs that play in maybe their first time playing in a officiated event, aren't necessarily aware of the rules and everything that go along with it. Get caught a little bit off guard.
That was a nice draw in there, but
so Maeda has to look at this, say, hey, if Sam can get 5 points, I can get 5 points.
Yeah.
Only problem is Sam's only mission in life is to prevent that.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Connor, roll that footage.
Yeah. Take another look at this. It's just see, this is the shot they played. They just tried to pick the red off the top. It wasn't quite frozen to the yellows, but it was awfully close. And really, it's just go down and hope it curls a half an inch. And it does. Just picks it clean.
Whew.
Beautiful shot.
You got to tip your cap on that one. That was gorgeous.
They will try to get this just ever so slightly tighter this time.
Yeah, right.
Just to make it a little bit tougher, but
that's not going to happen. It looks light.
Yeah.
Comes down right to the left eyeball. Blasts away everything.
Yeah, basically right on the nose. And probably leaves one yellow when it's all done, but
so here's Weeb. Oh, he does flash by it. So a little crack of an opening.
Yeah, definitely. Go behind the corner now. They got the 2 corners are still there, so gonna duck in there this time, and then probably Sam hits the red one. You probably duck in again, and then figure out how you get rid of the 2 yellows. So
so here's Maeda Haruki. Just wicks off the guard. Missed a sweep call there.
yeah, you can't do that. You got to get everything perfect when you're down 7-2. That's for sure.
Yeah. don't know what the playoff scenarios look like in terms of draw the button, but definitely, Mooibroek would be in with a win for sure. Maeda would have to rely on their draw shot challenge to hope to get into the tiebreaker game.
Yeah, and all we know is Maeda had hammer in this one, so he at least probably had one very good draw to the button, but we don't even know that for sure. So it would be nice if there was a way for us to get that information. Probably down the road we'll start having that information available. But right now we haven't got that set up. So,
well, if only I could message the club manager. All right, we got a carrier pigeon going out to Martensville. They get one just half under.
Yep.
But the double is there if they want it, but just hit and roll open's fine, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, Maeda's sitting one, but Mooibroek doesn't really care about that right now. He wants to just make sure that nothing gets built into preferably not even a 2, but definitely nothing into a 3, so. It's looking to hit. They're getting really fancy here. They're looking to hit probably a third of a rock or so and spin right over on top of the red, which is what they should be looking at. But first task, obviously, to make sure you hit the red one. Don't play it so fine that you ever miss it. So,
yeah, you have to look at this as a just a Visine shot. Get the red out.
Yep.
Here's Mooibroek with his first. The up-and-coming team from Whitby, Ontario.
Wow.
Nice shot. It's going to roll over to the eyebrow, all the way up to the nose.
That's a very nice shot. You can only see probably a third of that rock and just made it very nicely.
So now you can hit and roll wide, and actually, as you do it, get rid of those back ones so that one's going to be counting. Certainly not the easiest shot, but if you ever want that one that's going to roll off the side to count, you're going to have to do something like this.
Yeah.
You only got two.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Dave. I was just going to say, you definitely don't want to leave a double opportunity here. So whatever you're going to do, try to figure out a way to spread those out and still sit 2, as you said.
So here he comes on the out turn. This does need to curl. Needs to curl. Really close. Hit the one. Pick it off. Oh, you rolled to 4th.
Yeah,
probably not ever counting.
No, you're probably right.
That need to be just a bit thicker. He could have caught the one in the back. So does Mooibroek just take on the chase here?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I don't see Mooibroek playing anything here that could be risky in terms of opening up an opportunity for more than a 2 and he won't. So he's going to play basically it looks like a guard here. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, he could draw, down to the red one behind the corner or something like, if he liked. as well. He's just really trying to prevent Maeda from playing the yellow on the red on the yellow for 3 here. A very difficult and maybe highly unlikely shot to make, but it is there. So that's what this level, those are the things you have to prevent and have to not allow to happen, because certainly in the club and the levels that I play anymore, we would never be concerned somebody would ever make 3 out of this.
Final stone from Mooibroek. Guard on the way, coming up. Doesn't really guard anything. It's going to be a draw for 2.
Yeah, it just prevents that situation that I was saying, that where he could possibly play a shot for 3. I don't even know if it was there, but it might have been there. So that's what he prevented, really.
So absolutely must make draw here for Maeda Takumi and team Local Squad Drago. Final stone in the 4th.
Absolutely has to have this one.
This looks pretty good because it is. Put 2 on the board for Team Drago. They trail by 3. Mooibroek has the hammer after the break when we come back to Martensville after this.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
It's a 3-stone lead for Team Mooibroek. They have the hammer as we come back to the action here in Martensville. It's the final draw of pool play. So, going to take a look at the scores here. Our other men's game has Coley with a 3-2 lead over Cooey, one of our other featured games. Our women's game has Brown over Cameron by a score of 3-2. And Laws leads Martin by a score of 3-1. And back over here in our game, we are so honored to have you here with us on Curling Stadium. My name is Dave Schmel. I am joined by Jim Nix. Connor Sims is our production engineer this evening.
So I think, Dave, really, I think the only way this can work for Maeda is he has to generate a stolen point at least once here, and probably now is as good a time to do that as ever. Yeah, otherwise, it's just the hill is just a little too much to climb, I think.
Well, sliding one into the rings is not part and parcel of that plan.
No, exactly. Yeah. So I say, when you are behind, it's difficult sometimes, but really, you just have to make all the shots, and you have to make perfect shots. You can't make half shots and things like that. So.
This one just gets over, does not come in contact with the center line. May want it a little bit deeper, but as a great coach at our club would say, well, you made a positive adjustment.
Yeah.
You knew it had to be lighter, you threw it lighter.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Yeah.
You know, when you're coaching people, there is a certain truth to that, because this is such a finesse sport. I mean, you make an adjustment, it's not the right one. And eventually, the more and more practice, you get to it. I'll tell you what, though, Jim, for both teams, if this were to be an 8-end affair, they are going to be scrambling.
Yeah, it's just such a tough situation if you're Team Maeda here, because you really don't have the luxury of giving up more points. As I said before, if you play in the fifth, if you say, well, we can afford to give up one here and come back with a couple and all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, that means you probably got to get a score 2 and score 3 with your 2 hammers that you're going to have, and that's not easy to do.
And so Takumi really has to formulate that strategy. You see there in the background, 12 minutes and 13 seconds is the time they have left. So they're well past the halfway point for time. And to formulate a strategy probably is going to require some thought. So there's no lollygagging. You need to be planning as you go here.
Yeah, the one, if there's a positive in any of that kind of stuff, it's just that when you're in the position where you really have no choice for those first 4 or 5 rocks, you've got to get some guards out front and everything else. So there's not a lot of decision making that has to happen at the first half of the end, but the second half, different story.
And the other argument I would make to it being a positive is you're going to go with your first instinct.
Yeah.
And so many times that's correct. And you talk yourself out of it. I can't tell you how many times I moved the broom from the hack and been wrong. It's a nice card there. Mooibroek doesn't agree. So Scott Mitchell looking to dispatch that with all possible alacrity. And he does. Some very enthusiastic sweep calls on the women's game.
Yep.
There's Maeda Hiroki. Putting the guard back. These one guards are so tough. That's done quite well.
Yeah, they've done a good job in these 3 guards, putting them up there and keeping the separation intact.
So now here's Weeb. He's going to see if there's a little bit of an angle now. Maybe he can get a couple. On the one, just a straight peel. And lather, rinse, and repeat. I would think it's probably going up one more time. Or is it? No. Going to come on in. Oh, they're talking about it. Okay, so it is going to be the draw down. Last of the 5th for Maeda Hiroki. This has got to go. It's got to go. Oh, it's shot stone, and it's in a great spot, really.
Yeah, it was great brushing. And they did take it far. They got as much separation between the 2 reds as they could. It looked for a while like they were going to only just be a couple of feet, and just a gimme double for Weeb, but now he's got a bit of a challenge.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, out the door and in the corner.
Yeah, I can have another look at this. This is it's almost a routine shot for these guys. The young guys can throw pretty hard as well, so he's going to hit it. He's going to hang around. The shooter's going to hang around. It was hard to get rid of everything, so it will stay there. There will be a guard, but you can see this is out. It's on the high side, takes them all out, leaves the shooter right there. Actually, the shooter's in a great spot for Team Maeda, but they're running out of time and running out of rocks here.
Yeah, great shot by Weeb there.
It's been a bit of a challenge for the sweepers with Maeda because that broom is out so far. He has to stay there.
That's...
He slides in. He got it down figured out. I watched it a few times this game to see that. He's got it figured out pretty good, but...
I'm
really
definitely not going to
this.
catch the stone there because I kind of do the same thing. Mine almost trails behind me a little bit.
It's not good. Got to keep it forward. Keep the shoulder square.
If you think a little broom's going to change the way my big ass shoulders go, it's just in my hand. It's just in my hand to make sure I don't fall down.
Okay.
My balance is pretty good for a big guy.
Yep. So it looks like they're playing the run here. Out turn. I thought he might just chase that, Dave, but I guess he probably can't see all that much of it.
Now he can't see too much for sure. Too good, Jim. Too good.
Yeah, really good, especially when you consider the weight he made that with. He didn't, he just said, well, I'd really like to stick it. I'd like to make sure I stay around. So rather than throw it down there 100 miles an hour, he threw it down there with just solid kind of normal weight pretty much and got what he wanted. He was probably actually slightly disappointed. He probably wanted to line those up so it was even better behind the guard, but I'd take that shot.
And actually in Maeda's last game, he threw many shots of that ilk, but really hasn't had the opportunity here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So his final of the 5th, he's got to pop and flop under and hope for the best.
Must be close. I thought they were going to have to. Ooh, it's going to roll too far.
It does. So very chaseable for Sam here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It looked really, really good, but they just went a little too hard on the carve.
Yeah, just not the
Not very
best
much.
line call. You know, it is what it
No.
is, right?
Yep.
I'm never trying to be impolite, folks. I just call it the way I see it. I certainly acknowledge that everybody is trying their best at all times. That's for darn sure. And I truly appreciate that. Final stone of the fifth. Mooibroek trying to get this one out, score a deuce, and probably close it out. Makes contact. It's going, gone. That's score 2. Mooibroek takes a 5-point lead. We're heading to the 6th end. We'll be back on Curling Stadium after this.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Yeah, that's true.
And welcome back to Martensville. Sam Mooibroek put up 2 there in end number 5. Maeda and Team Drago face an uphill battle here. They need to score at least 3 here, Jimmer.
Yeah, nothing works when you do the math on this one, to be honest. You got to score 3, steal 1 to tie. Or you score 3, give up 1, and get 3 coming home to tie. So none of those situations are very easy, but you're here to play the game, and that's what they're going to do, and we'll see what happens.
And they start with a center guard, a little bit of an unconventional approach, but also can't be tipped because it's on the center line.
Yep.
I'd be curious what his next series of shots is from here.
Well, I think Maeda's got to throw another guard. Unfortunately, that guard that's there is sort of in between, which is difficult.
Now he's going to throw the corner.
It's a little warm. I guess not.
I'd argue that's a little bit frigid, buddy.
Yeah. That's unfortunately, that shot really does nothing for them at all. It's just way too high. And probably a little too close to the boards, but they could probably live with that if it was in, 3 feet in front of the rings or something. But where it is there now is just really difficult to utilize.
So on the way for Mitchell. This would be the comeback of all comebacks.
Yep. And the comeback of all comebacks does have to happen sometime, somewhere. So
You're working with a guy who gave up 6 in the last end to force skip rocks.
To what? To force skips rocks like a draw, you mean?
Yep.
Okay. But what happened then? That's the question.
It got swept through. But, it's a team sport. It takes a team effort to give up 6, buddy.
Yeah, it does that. I know that.
Especially a steal.
This is on the guard.
It is. Maybe they can get lucky and get a little piece on. They do. But Mooibroek's just going to play the Visine shot, get the red out.
Mm-hmm.
Now myself and my friend who were involved with that, decided we're either going to talk about it forever or never speak it again. And we went with the latter.
I don't even know if you have to move any of these. There's so many of them, you can go around the whole bunch a couple of times probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. You need guards. Why not use the phalanx that's up there? How many stones would it take Mooibroek to move them all, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of weight to throw for a shot when you're down 5, but you got it. You stayed at least, but it's wide open.
It is. Well, every next stone has to be a draw somehow.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's the only first 4 compartments that are taking on water. Good hold there by Weeb. That comes right down to the forehead. Calling another hit here, and goes back to one of those lines that just generic curling lines. Down by 4, hit no more. It's usually right.
Well, yeah. The problem here is that, this is great if you want to score 1, but, if you're concerned about giving up more points, then I wouldn't be concerned because you can't afford to give up anymore. You're shaking hands, you give up anymore. So
sure,
you got to try to get some red rocks somewhere where they are not able to be removed, and this is really not the way to make that work. It's a good shot, but
good shot under some scenarios, not this one.
Yeah.
Don't know why Sam wouldn't hit it. So Weeb will come out with peel weight. Man, he makes that look smooth.
Nice pick by Weeb. Is that how we say his last name? Just Weeb?
I do believe that's correct.
Yep.
That's why Connor said it, but Connor could be wrong, and that would make it his fault, which is the
We're okay
status
with
quo. Yeah, that's our status quo here.
Yeah. Okay.
Need to freeze here. Can't leave any air. Well, you're undercover. That's a good thing.
Yep. A very good thing.
So Mooibroek's still going to chase it.
Yeah, this is one of these. You just make sure you're not wide on this. Should be fine.
So Sam Mooibroek. With his first of two. Hard on the curl. They are going to pick it. Does it go all the way out? Yes, indeed it does. Great shot by Mooibroek there.
Yeah, it was very nicely done. He's just a solid player. He just doesn't throw a lot of bad shots, and could probably see maybe a third of that rock at most, but knew that with the sweeping of today and with the speed of the ice and everything that goes with it all, he could dig it out, and he threw it perfect, dug it out.
So Maeda Takumi with his first of two here in the sixth. Once again, we don't know all the exact tiebreaker scenarios, because we still have games in progress. The other game, I do believe, factors into those potential scenarios as well. It's LSDs, and we are going to have some tiebreaker games. We do know we have at least one tiebreaker game on the men's side, maybe possibly two. So it is the draw shot challenge. That will decide who can get into that tiebreaker game. So it's a kind of a modified format. So it's not all about the draw shot. But it's still really important.
Well, he is recognizing here that he needs more than 1 point. So you'll see he's looking at a couple of shots that are very difficult.
Yeah, this is, well, exceedingly difficult. If it was a dive on the 10-meter platform, it would probably be about a 3.8 degree difficulty.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard enough shot as it is, and then it just doesn't line up great with the red or the yellow in the house. So it's very hard to go by the top red, by your own red, and hit the yellow and hang around.
Forget by the top red, it almost papers the yellow on the way by.
Yeah.
As I turn my head sideways to try to make the angle work.
I know. I talked about that the other day. How many times do you do that on TV? I'm like, oh my god. Anyway.
So, final stone of the 610. Maeda trying to look for a miracle. I believe in miracles. Does he believe in miracles? Oh my goodness! So close. Fantastic effort. It's a score of 1 for Maeda. They trail by 4, and that will do it. You can hang that final score as 9-5 in favor of Sam Mooibroek. They will improve to 3-1 and be assured of a playoff spot. Team Maeda, Team Drago is going to have to wait it out and see what the DSC looks like.
Yeah, I don't know, Dave. It's Mooibroek pretty much in control of that one all the way, really, and then put it away with the big 5-ender. But yeah, it's Maeda's a good team. If they make it in, they'll still be a threat here for sure. They just didn't have their best day.
Absolutely, and we'll have those tiebreakers for you at 8 o'clock Central Time tomorrow morning. But for right now, for Jim Nix and Connor Sims, I'm Dave Schmel from Martensville. We wish you a pleasant evening. Good night. Arigato gozaimasu.